Welcome to our channel, where we simplify neuroscience for you in just a few minutes. When we're exposed to something potentially threatening, there's a certain mechanism fired in our brain that makes us feel fearful. For a long time now, the amygdala has been considered the brain's fear center, but now scientists believe they're wrong. Let's learn more about it. The amygdala is a part of the brain described as being in the shape of an almond. It's believed to control emotional behavior and has widely been studied in relation to fear. Scientists often use aversive learning, conditioning to avoid unpleasant stimuli like mild electric shocks, to study how brain circuits perceive and store memories of dislike and fear. Until now, research has suggested that the lateral amygdala, the region which surrounds the central nucleus, is responsible for establishing connections between specific stimuli and the perception of potential danger. This belief has been the foundation of several scientific models that explain psychiatric illnesses like post-traumatic stress disorder. However, these models fell short when it came to fully explaining why the amygdala's mechanism would backfire sometimes, creating fight, freeze, or flight reactions to threats that didn't exist at that moment. Florida State University researchers recently identified a new pathway in the brain, which plays an intrinsic role in fear responses. The research, led by the professor of psychology and neuroscience, Wen Li, was conducted at FSU's Functional Magnetic Resonance Imaging Facility. The team utilized an aversive conditioning method that paired neutral smells with repulsive sounds and images. They also assessed long-term threat memory over the course of several days. The results were astonishing. The research team was able to identify a different tract in the brain routed through the human sensory cortex, where information from the surroundings is first analyzed. So, it's the human sensory cortex and not the amygdala that's responsible for storing memories of frightening events from the past. The findings also reveal that individuals diagnosed with anxiety may perceive threats differently and be impacted by fear for longer periods than other people. The research provides an insight into how threat memory forms and is stored in the sensory cortex of the brain. As a result, the study could take the medical world a step closer to helping people with anxiety disorders change their maladaptive memory and threat perception. If the team's findings can be supplemented by further study, it can drastically shift the understanding of fear and fear disorders like PTSD and anxiety. By understanding how these conditions emerge and persist, new therapeutic targets can be created, hence presenting new and better options for treating fear disorders. We'll leave you with a fun fact. Fear can distort reality. That is, it can make a threat look worse than it already is. It can also make you feel like time is slowing down. If you enjoy the video, smash the thumbs up button, click on subscribe, and hit the notification bell to catch our next episode.